Macedonia in English. Just about everything you want to know.
President Ivanov cancels presidential summit in Ohrid. President Georgy Ivanov decided to cancel the summit of the Southeast Europe cooperation process and the Forum of the Dialogue Amongst Civilizations, which was scheduled for this weekend in Ohrid and Struga. Unfortunately, the old Balkan prejudices and complexes were reinvigorated in the wake of the summit. I will never allow the old Balkan prejudices to be broken and the interests of the Balkan states to be settled on Macedonia's shoulders, while the price for all this to be paid by Macedonia alone, he said. He added that challenges need to be resolved through dialogue, not through a boycott. Civic option for Macedonia, GROM, political entity promoted. By next spring, GROM will become a parliamentary party. We are gathered here not to become the opposition, but the ruling party, said founder of the Civic Option for Macedonia, Stecho Jakimovski, who is also its leader. Jakimovski promoted GROM as a party that will funnel its energy towards building of social society, legal state, opening perspectives for the youth, offering advantages to businesses, and opening of new jobs. We have no intention to dismantle any other party or to bring someone to power, Jakimovski was adamant. DUI President Ahmeti pays official visit to U.S. Embassy. DUI President Ali Ahmeti had a meeting with U.S. Ambassador to Macedonia Paul Wallers and U.S. Foreign Policy Advisor at U.S. European Command Lawrence E. Butler in the premises of the U.S. Embassy. They talked about the current political developments in the country, Ahmeti's visit to the U.S., name issue, implementation of Ohrid Framework Agreement, and other topics of joint interest. Asked about Macedonia's decision not to invite Kosovo President Yahiaga at the Ohrid summit, Ahmeti said that he had discussed this topic with PM Gruevski and Evan Popovski, and he added that Kosovo should have been invited even as an observer, despite not being a member of the conference. U.S. donation for Interior Ministry. The fully reconstructed and modernized new small-range complex was opened at the George Petrov Police Complex in Skopje. The funds for the project, worth $340,000, were provided by United States European Command. This facility is a practical proof of the intensive international cooperation in the field of national security, not only as an international obligation, but also as an expression of the sincere friendship and long-term strategic partnership established in the bilateral relations between the two countries over the past years of Macedonia's independence, Interior Ministry Gordana Jankulovska said. Protests against draft law on abortion. The group of civic organizations who protested against the law on abortion outside the parliament rejected the offer for a meeting with Health Minister Nikola Todorov, assessing it as groundless as the parliament had already adopted the proposal for adoption of the draft law. They contend that the draft law had not been presented to all affected sides, women and other civic organizations, expert and academic organizations, or the general public, and was put on the parliamentary agenda in a non-transparent and undemocratic procedure. Therefore, instead of meeting, they demand that the health minister immediately withdraw the law and the relevant parliamentary committee to adopt the conclusion that the draft law is unacceptable.